YouTube. Eat, sleep, game, repeat. It's your boys, Detroit Love, P-Dubs Arcade Loft, Michael B. the Game Genie, and Nostalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes. Friday night is now live.
Hey everybody, it's Friday. Welcome to the Funhouse. That's right. It's one of your favorite arcade and gaming podcast shows on the interwebs. That's right.
Not one of the best, absolute number one home arcade and retro gaming podcast on the internet. If anybody tells you different, that's fake news. Welcome to the Super Game Room Dudes.
You know, people get mad about self-promotion, Mike. You can't say that. You can't say that stuff. They get mad. They get their feelings hurt.
Well, we're better than you, and we know it.
Oh my God. Oh, let's get the chat on the screen. Let's start saying hi to who's here in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down a dude. That's right. Nostalgia has got this thing called a family reunion, Mike. That's right, a family reunion, and we're not going to see him
for the next like 5 weeks too.
I don't think so. He's trolling us when he says that.
There's something really wrong with Nostalgia, like really wrong. He's not right.
He's not right in the head.
He is not right.
Oh, really? Well, you know, you sniff glue, you eat paint chips. Things happen, man. Things happen. These millennials, they just don't know. They just don't know. Carl, how was your weekend? Or how was your week? The weekend's coming.
Weekend is fantastic no matter what is happening. Summertime.
Carl, did you get out on your electric bike much this week?
Oh, absolutely. You know, every Thursday, that's my bike night. I didn't use any electricity last night, you know, because I was just getting a workout. But this it was a beautiful night. It was supposed to storm. The eye of the storm was supposed to be right where we were, but we never even got a drop. So good thing we didn't cancel.
So every time now, because these electric bikes are becoming much more prominent here in Newfoundland, every time I see someone, I'm like, bet you Carl's on his too. You know it.
My brother just got one down. His boss gave him one.
Yeah.
For his 10th year anniversary at the dealership that he works at.
Nice.
And he loves it. I said, man, you got to have options, baby. There's nothing like options. And that's what an e-bike does.
So for my 10-year anniversary, my work gave me a bunch of work to do. It's not the same.
And said, enjoy.
Congratulations. Do your job. There you go. We got a $2 super chat from Kevin Clausen saying Nostalgia's watching Long Wang at the Olympics.
I disagree with that. Nostalgia would not be watching Long Wang. That would make him feel very self-conscious.
Mike, how was your week, man? You actually got some videos done this week, I saw.
I kind of fell apart this week. I slowed down. I was on a horrendous pace, but just work and everything caught up with me and had to spend some time with the kids. But I got a couple videos done. Got one out today. Ended up having a great week. I finished a couple video games. I beat Luigi's Mansion 2. I also beat Contra Operation Galuga. I got most of the way through Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga. So it's been a good week. I got a lot of stuff done, made some changes to my game room. Had a great day. Friday is always a great day because I spend a bunch of it with family. I got to play games. I got a video done. I got a bunch of work done. Pizza Hut every Friday night with the family. Got to go swimming with Scarlett. Took Tommy out for a walk. Great day. And the best part is I get to spend Friday night with my friends.
Oh,
I know, right? Sweet.
Oh, he's so sweet. Oh, you got me all blushy and shit. Oh,
P-Dubs, how was your weekend?
I took a nap. I took a nap, but I got up over an hour and a half ago, so I'm wide awake for the show. It's not like I just woke up and I'm hopping on the show, but I managed to get my nap in, sleeping in a puppy pile with my dogs, and that always makes me feel good. Get off work, go on the couch, take a quick nap, recharge the brain, and get ready for the Super Game Room Dudes. I was going to make a lot of YouTube videos this week because I'm so far behind on so many videos I need to make. I literally have companies emailing me, dude, we sent you this product a month ago. Where's the review? And they get pissed because then they think you're a thief, right? And I'm like, I'll do it. I'll do the video. I'll get to it. But still, you know, I'm the worst. I'm just the worst. But either way, instead of making videos, I was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I put like 27 hours into it this week. You know what I mean? So that's a lot of game time, Mike. That's a lot of game. That's like every hour of my free time I was playing that game, just trying to, relax and enjoy my time.
You know how many videos I thought about doing this week? I thought about finally doing the Zotar video, but I hadn't. I thought about doing because they sent me one as well. So, I bought this one here. So I'm like, we should do like a giveaway. If I get 6,000 subscribers, then I'll give it away to somebody. So
moderators, share the link to Detroit Love's YouTube channel in the chat.
No moderator. Our buddy Jason Little Alien is currently taking a scenic trip and won't be with us tonight.
Yeah, well, we got Adam Kolb is here. We got Rich Odello is watching the show. We got a couple of the mods in here. Or should we just promote somebody? Who wants to earn a promotion? Who wants the power of the wrench? Let us know in the live chat if you'd like the power of the wrench. It's a big obligation at night. Not only do you watch the Super Game Room dudes, but you also fight for truth and justice.
And if I'm having trouble sleeping, you have to call me on Discord and sing me a lullaby.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the plan. I get the 6,000 subscribers. I'm going to give that Zotar away to someone. So,
no, don't like Cornercade mod. Dear God.
He wants it. He wants it. He wants the power of the wrench.
No, the only wrench I would give him is one upside the head. Anyways, I'm predicting a bright future, Carl, where you get more than 6,000 subscribers. You get 10,000 subscribers.
All right, guys, we have no choice now. Danny's the only one who has announced his interest. So, ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate the power of the wrench has now officially gone to JR in the live chat. Way to go, JR. Sorry, Danny.
Oh, thank God. God bless you. I thought you were going to do something stupid.
You looked so silly. You know what? Let's give it to Chris Zeke. Chris Zeke has been watching us for years. Him and his wife Nikki have been such great
agreed
supporters of our channel. You know what? The Zeke family has now achieved a moderator status. They have the power of the wrench.
I think I met them in Cleveland. Were they in Cleveland?
I don't think the Zekes were in Cleveland. No. that was Bob Oif. That was Bob Oif. Oh. Yeah. Yep. All right. Don't wrench Danny. He'll block all non-Arcade1Up comments. Exactly, man. We don't want that to happen. We don't want that to happen. Okay, so guys, let's say hi to who's here in the live chat. We got a number of topics to talk about. Probably the most, it's really sad and pathetic with Arcade1Up that literally people like the only things to report on are behind the scenes stuff, lawsuits, freaking changing of distributors. Like, honestly,
that changing a distributor could be good news. We're going to talk about that later.
But it's too deep in the weeds. Like, I don't remember 4 years ago us cyber stalking all this stuff. All we cared about was the products. Now, luckily, some information came out earlier today. We actually got a look on Instagram of this new Arcade1Up pub table at Costco. So we got a quick video of that. We're going to overanalyze, and take a look at that product. We'll talk about AtGames Good or Bad. I don't know what that means, Mike. Were they bad? Did they do something bad?
No, their new starter promotion. You've had some words about it online, so let's talk about it.
Oh, I just assumed we were talking about any one of their forums.
Yeah, and then we got Pinball FX. We love Pinball FX. We love some of the new games that they announced. We'll talk about those. Mike wants to talk about New Wave toys because apparently we didn't talk about them on the show last week. Quarter arcades and more. There's also some Evercade news, and
there's no Evercade news. What Evercade news is there?
We talk about, man, they just announced Bitmap Brothers 2. How can you not be excited about that cartridge?
We talk about the Evercade news that is interesting on the show, not the Evercade news that is not interesting.
Fine, we'll scratch Evercade for next week.
I love Evercade, but some stuff they do is not for me.
Mike is treating Evercade the way he does my arcade. That's what's happening right now. And there was some Evercade news. You know this little mini arcade machine, the Alphas?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some video online showing and news articles showing that mini arcade.
Well, that's news. That's something.
But you know, if we're doing an arcade podcast, why the F should we talk about that, right? Right, Detroit?
Well, you were talking about Bitmap Brothers.
You know, whatever. We'll just scratch it. It's over. All right, cool. Let's say hi to who's here in the live chat. If you want your shout outs, speak now or forever hold your peace, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Bo knows Tecmo, Tony, the Quarter K, Jeremy K, Mike Cock Hurts, Marine 50, Kevin Clausen's got a stack of $2 bills, and we won them. Vogon Fleet, shit for brains. Sorry. Danny C, Paul Mindeman is ready to post every segment of this episode on Reddit tonight. James hates everything but secretly loves everyone. Richie Caves, a retrocade, brand new YouTuber. Make sure you guys check him out. Jeremy K, Hazo, Danny Z, JR with the power of the wrench, Nerd Lounge Masters, Cyan Spirits, Ray De La Torre. Always sounds like a professional boxer, doesn't it? Or like an MMA fighter. Ray De La Torre. Bill's Retro Gaming Show did a line of coke before he got in our live chat. Wild Bill is here, ladies and gentlemen. Slappy McPhee. Gamer Fridge. Is your nose running? You better catch it. Chili Chamber, Chris NXXW is here as well. Al of Vickman drawing cartoons as we speak. And who else do we got here in the live chat? I think there were a couple early birds. Let's get them some shout outs. Jim the Pacers fan, Zero Redux, Stock Jock, Michael B. the Game Genie also arrived early and on time. How about a big shout out to Michael B. the Game Genie? And of course, the Zeke family is here. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's get the chat off.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's always a pleasure to see you in the chat on Friday nights.
Extreme close up right there. Extreme close up. Holy cow. I'm not ready for that. I need to fix my chair.
I got the same poster. That's awesome.
So do I. We got those at from when we interviewed the Piscina
on the Loft Report, and I got one for answering a trivia question in the comments.
Yeah, that's from Carl. Before Super Game Room News, it was the Loft Report. It was me and Carl, and we interviewed Daniel Piscina, and that was one of my favorite interviews. And he sent us those autographed pictures after the show as a thank you. So that was his
brother in Cleveland.
Yep, I have mine framed and hanging in my loft. Yeah, both the Piscina boys were in Cleveland. So yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, I'll hang the walls, so mine just sit there.
Yeah. Are you ever going to finish that basement? You going to hang some drywall or what, buddy?
If I finish, I lose it.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, since we got 150 plus brave souls in the live chat, it's time to kill all your hopes and dreams with some Arcade1Up news. But actually, this is a little better than reading behind the scenes statistic reports. We actually got a little something here to look at. What do we got here, Mike? Take it away, buddy.
I don't know. I can't really see it. Can you make it any larger?
Dude, this is Instagram. This is as big as I can get it.
Can you make the video, expand the video so it's full screen?
I can't.
I know. He was doing it before the video.
I can't.
He was so mad. He was so mad.
Instagram is the worst. But now we finally can see what this Miss Pac-Man Pong
class
table.
of 81 pub table basically.
I said Pong. I meant to say pub table.
Yeah,
there you go.
This class of 81 pub table
is a taller cocktail table. Is that
well, no, it's the same as the Pong pub table. It's a pub table. It's pub table height. This one's.
So the answer to your question, Detroit Love, since Mike was so rude to you, is yes, it is taller than the other ones because it's pub table height.
That's literally what I said, dude.
Did it? You said no, it's not. It is. It's taller. It's taller than
That's literally what I said.
You know what? Let's just move on.
So anyways, yeah, so this is something that was leaked by John D to a couple of us very early on. John D said, I can't believe this. They're coming out with the class of 81 pub table, and they're also coming out with this, Golden Tee XL teamed with something else. So we were like, that all sounds kind of fishy, but we talked about it anyways. All came to fruition. The rumors of a Miss Pac-Man XL coming to Costco unfortunately weren't true, But we get this Class of 81 pub table. Now, I'm a big fan of my Pong pub table. I thought that was pretty neat. There's some benefits to this one the Pong pub table didn't have. Like, it's got the cup holders. It's got that Pac-Man and Galaga art on the side. If you like it, you can play both games. And with the Pong pub table, everything was up front. The buttons and the spinners were on the on the actual table front. This actually works more like a cocktail table where it's got your controls that are going down. I don't know, man. Like, this is not a product for me. I won't be able to buy it anyways because it's, an Arcade1Up Costco US exclusive. But I don't know. Some people might enjoy this. The Pong pub table was cool. So,
Arcade1Up. Someone asked in the chat, "Are those speakers?" No, those are light up cup holders. That's right.
Yeah.
Four cup holders with. I think they said in the video that the lighting changes. It might have different color settings.
Yep. Apparently they change colors.
There you go. So maybe some RGB lighting in there or something.
You have to think when did they create this, because they have the banner, the game banner thing, which is old school. No one.
Oh no. This is relatively new, Carl.
I understand that it's new. But I'm saying, why would they go back to the old style of having the banner list of games on the front, on the kick plate, as opposed to full corridors?
I'm not 100% sure, and maybe that's something Costco asked for, because if you go take a look at the Golden TXL, they do the same thing on the side of the Golden TXL as well.
Yeah, let me see if we can pause it right at the beginning of the video where we could read the little sign here. Let's come on. All right, so you guys might not be able to see it, but I'm gonna try and make it.
Can you make it larger?
Yeah, hang on.
That's what she said.
It says it comes with 12 games, light up deck, 4 light up cup holders, head-to-head gameplay, so it's only a 2-player, obviously, and it is 39 inches tall. 39 inches tall. So there you go. That's what we have right there. All right, so here you guys go, full screen, a little bit bigger for you guys at home if you haven't seen this already. Guys, do me a favor, give me your feedback in the live chat. What are you guys thinking about the latest rehash product from Arcade1Up? Let us know what you think. Mike, what's the verdict? Mike, you're saying you're just not down with it.
No, it's not something I'm interested in, but could be interesting for some people. The one thing I will say about the pub table, because we don't know the size of the screen, but I'm guessing it's 17 inches, where they do have those 19-inch BOE monitors. One thing I will say about the Pong pub table that did bother me, the screen seemed a little small in it. It didn't take up enough surface space of the pub table, so it would be nice if it was a 19-inch screen. I don't know if anybody can confirm what the screen size is, but I would wager it's 17 inches.
Someone asked if it has Wi-Fi. Let's take a look here, because at the beginning here, when you can actually see into the control panel, let's see what buttons are there. Let's see if there's a live button. I am seeing... Is that a start button? Let's see here. Here's your action buttons, joystick. Start and game. Start and game.
What's the button over there? Power? It's 3 buttons on the left. One is obviously volume and power. That one has to be live. That one.
It's got to be the light up switch for the light up control for the lights.
Turn the cup lights on.
Yeah, that looks like a toggle switch. But yeah, guys, I'm not seeing a live button, so I don't know if this thing has got online leaderboards.
What about the box? You can see there in the background there. Anything? Well, I must say. And Michael B, what's your opinion? I for arcade cabinet, I like the side art. Yeah. For a pub table, not so much. I would, for a pub table, I think the Pong works because it's not as overly broad, advertisement. I would rather have a more of just a solid black table with maybe some smaller decals. At the top, having the decals on the top would be enough for me. I would definitely rather have the faux coin doors on the front where the controls are, and I would just rather have them black on the sides and leave the artwork on the top for the table. Would appeal to me much better.
Yeah, I mean, the Pong pub table was much prettier. It was like less busy. I don't know if that's the right term for it. It was a more well thought out product, in my opinion. This, there's a couple things to like about it. I mean, the cup holders aren't a terrible idea. I think that's pretty okay. This is something that I'm sure some people will put in their downstairs bars and stuff like that. Again, I think this is an Arcade1Up product, not really geared towards the Arcade1Up community so much as they're just, waiting for that random person to walk into a Costco, see this and be like, oh, that'd be perfect for my downstairs, bar I've got in my home or something like that. I think this is more of a mass market appeal type thing.
Absolutely.
How many of us in the Arcade1Up community have bought like a million versions of Miss Pac-Man and Galaga at this point, right?
Now, does it having no stools with it, does that take away from the appeal that you have to go out and get 2 to 4 stools on your own?
Nah, you could get you can get stools dirt cheap anywhere. You know what I mean? You don't have to buy Arcade1Up stools. You can just go get stools. I've always, do you guys remember when the Pong pub table came out? What did I say about that? I remember I said I liked the form factor because it was different. Arcade1Up hadn't done a pub table. They did the head-to-head tables, but they hadn't done a pub table. And I said I liked the form factor. I just didn't like the fact that it was Pong. I couldn't see myself paying $500 plus to play Pong.
Yeah, but it's so rad. I live streamed it. You remember I had like 150 people watch me play Pong. It was crazy.
So that's why, we only got the small Pong, the small tabletop head-to-head one. We had that one for a while until we got bored of it, and then we sold it. So in my opinion, I really like the form factor. Needs some kick plate art. Get rid of those logos, which I'm sure our aftermarket guys can do. I like the form factor. It's at Costco, so $500 will become $300 in about a month. So,
So Chris Grossnickel says Michael B is forgetting these pub tables were everywhere in the 80s. I don't think they had gaming pub tables everywhere in the 80s, did they? With games built into them?
No.
I mean, cocktail tables, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like if this was a cocktail, I'd be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pizza Hut was the cocktail table king.
Yeah. So, in my opinion, I don't think this is horrible. It's just another variant of stuff we've seen a million times before. So it's like no new games. Do need to confirm whether or not this thing has Wi-Fi online leaderboards because it'd be weird if it was missing those, right? Because that's kind of like their standard on these things. But
it seems like this has been drafted up a long time prior to the Wi-Fi to me.
Then again, sorry, Carl. But then again, guys in the live chat, I never bought any of the Arcade1Up cocktail tables. Did any of those have Wi-Fi? I don't think they did.
Nope.
So maybe this falls under that category where they don't put the Wi-Fi in it. And maybe it doesn't have the online leaderboards. That kind of stinks.
Carl, do you want to take this one, buddy? It's from our friend C Marble 360.
Yeah.
$2 super chat. Cheers to the beer drinkers and the hell raisers.
Yeah.
ZZ Top. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I don't think it's horrible. I think if if they ordered as many as we heard, sit on it, be patient, unless you're really eager to get it. You might see a Costco by you mark it down to $400 or $300 in a month or so, and you might be happy with your purchase, right?
Nothing's terrible, right? I mean, it's going to appeal to somebody.
I don't think
the more arcades we get into somebody's houses is I think it's better for the for the home arcade.
Yeah. It looked like it had a BOE screen in there, and it's got the 17-inch BOE in there, right? So I noticed when they were playing Pac-Man, they didn't have the Miss Pac-Man flickering the way it did on the Pac-Man XL, which is something that I believe what happened is that monitor was a 5.4 monitor, but they had a PCB outputting in 4.3, which is why I think the Pac-Man had the flicker, and a couple other games had some weird stuff. I don't think they ever did any kind of fix for that. I don't remember ever seeing any. I don't know if they could even fix that software-wise, but then again, it's so minor. Like, I didn't even notice it until people asked me about it. You know what I mean? They're like, "Did you see
mean
the way
people
Pac-Man-"
yelled and said it's horrible? They're ripping people off.
Well, I didn't notice it. I mean,
I
I
didn't
can't.
either.
I'm a human being. I can't notice everything. You know, and I had to put my nose to my screen, and I saw that
Yeah.
like every about 5 chomps, she does this weird,
He
on the Pac-Man XL did this weird flicker, like where Pac-Man kind of lost frames. But
Yeah.
I noticed immediately, and it was
Yeah.
actually 4.5 chumps.
Yeah.
That's what occurred.
Carl, you didn't
Yeah.
notice shit.
I don't
We had
personally,
we had that machine going, and you were up in your bedroom with your fireplace with
Yeah.
your silk pajamas on, saying "Fuck these guys, I got there first."
like honestly, I don't think this is a horrible product. Like, I really don't. Like, I mean, I'm not telling you to go buy it. It's the same games we've already seen, but if you want this form factor, this is a cooler cooler list of games than Pong, in my opinion.
So you guys heard it here first. P-Dubs is telling you have to go buy it.
No,
you can't think for yourself.
I
You
don't
have
think
to go
it's
buy it.
I don't think it's horrible. And
The
also
gate has been opened. You are allowed to go buy it now.
And also, I'm telling you too, wait a month or so, see if the Costco near you starts, because they slash the prices quick on
Yeah,
this shit.
so Chris Zeke mentioned the Alliance partnership, and one of the things about the Alliance partnership is the days of the deep discounts are probably over. This is a bit of a different situation because Costco is taking this stock on themselves and holding it in their own warehouses, putting it on the floor and sending it out. So it is still very possible this could be marked down at some point once Costco is just grown wary of it. You guys all know the way Costco is. They'll put something in their inventory for like 5 weeks and they're like, money's got to be made. We got to move more stuff in. So this could possibly go on sale at some point.
Yeah, they love to do door busters to get people to come in. So you definitely probably see this.
Yep.
Definitely, probably we'll see this.
Well, we need to get the viewers' feedback. You heard our feedback, guys. Let us know in the live chat. I put a poll in. What do you guys think about the class of 81 pub table? Are you going to get it? Are you going to get it but wait for it to go on sale? Or do you just have no interest in it whatsoever? Please be honest and let me know what you think. We'll let that go for a minute. All right, Mike, go ahead. Take it away. What else is going on with Arcade1Up while that comes in?
P-Dubs has been very, very judgmental of anybody making videos about the news that came out through Yahoo Finance this week that Kevin Clausen, one of our viewers, sent to me and thought was interesting. But of course, P-Dubs doesn't care what the viewers think. He's ready to throw them under the bus.
That is not true.
Anyways,
oh man,
why are you going to be such a curmudgeon? Anyways, Arcade1Up put out some news. They've changed their distribution. A lot of people are saying there's some negative stuff. James Hates Everything did a very exhaustive research video. It's like 32 minutes. So anyways, I read the
James.
No offense, James. And it was super clickbaity too. He was like, Arcade1Up have sold their souls.
Yeah, I can't watch a 32-minute video.
So anyways, the one thing I really took through it was the fact that they've currently changed their distribution. And one of the problems Arcade1Up had this past year, we all saw the leaked list. They had big plans to do a lot of stuff this year. But the problem is they went to the retailers and said, here's all the things we want to put in your stores. And the retailers said, no, let's slow it down. The retailers were a little risk adverse because they already had a lot of stock on hand from Arcade1Up. So obviously there was a barrier to Arcade1Up moving forward and getting more new inventory out to people. And that barrier was the risk associated with stores taking on inventory. Basically, reading this article now, Alliance is taking the risk with the inventory themselves through the distribution, holding it in their own warehouses, and it's more of a direct consumer model now. So basically, even though a store like Walmart, Best Buy, other places will have it, it's still really direct to consumer. You just buy it through that marketplace. So if you buy it from Best Buy, it's still going to be shipped out to you from Alliance Entertainment as the distributor. So what I'm taking from this is a positive in the fact that Arcade1Up no longer need the retailer's approval to release a product. So this may free up that barrier for products coming out. Alliance Entertainment is Kokum. They've been doing DTC for Arcade1Up the whole time. All the announcement needs is no spree tail, James says.
Kevin Carson, hit 1 in the chat if you think P-Dubs doesn't care.
Hit 1 in the chat if you think P-Dubs doesn't care. He does not care about what our viewers think. They're interested.
I just think sometimes we get way too deep in the weeds on this stuff. You know what I mean? And that's probably because there's no actual products coming out.
Yeah, so James Hates Everything says Alliance Entertainment is Kokum. They've been doing DTC for Arcade1Up the whole time. All the announcement means is no Spreetail. I don't think that's right. James Hates Everything must have a really big pain.
He hates Spreetail. He talks shit about them all the time.
That's weird because John D loves Spreetail, and I thought John D's hand was up James's back as the puppet master.
James is now the head of the new Arcade1Up Illuminati. He's dealing out leaks like they're a deck of cards.
Well, if Alliance Entertainment is Kokum, I don't understand the point of the thing, but I think what they were saying is that they're going to do all the distribution going forward, which is going to remove the risk. That's
so
the impression
is this why the cornercade, Danny, went to work one day at Best Buy, and when he walked in, what they had to do, because at Best Buy, they know how obsessed Danny is with Arcade1Up. They had to wait until he left work and have someone come in overnight to tear down the Arcade1Up display. They tore it down when Danny wasn't there. Danny went into work the next day, and the first thing he does is he jogs over, he hugs the Arcade1Up boxes, and then he goes in the back and he hits the punch-in clock. But he walked in and the entire display was gone, and Danny started posting it all over social media. He's like, what the fuck? Best Buy's done? And Danny had a heart attack, man, and it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
So, anyways, Carl, do you want to get this one from Zero Sleep?
The Zero Sleep, $2 super chat. And it says, insert "It's Always Sunny" conspiracy map.
No. We're gonna get to the conspiracy map and the tinfoil hats when we talk about AtGames later, right, Patrick?
No.
And James Hates Everything. I want to say thank you for that $5 super chat as well.
Thank you for the $5 super chat.
Thank you very much, James. And Paul's right. In my opinion, from what I'm reading, as much as people want to try to turn this into a negative, taking away the retailer's influence on Arcade1Up can only be a positive. Maybe at the end of the day, we don't get anything new, but the big reason we didn't get Alien versus Predator and half the stuff they were planning on doing this year is because the retailers were risk adverse and said, we're not ready to take stuff on. So the fact that the distributors willing to step up and hold on to the retail, creating a no risk, hold on to the stock, creating a no risk environment for the retailer can only be seen as a positive for me. Whether anything comes out of it doesn't matter, but it could be very good news.
And it changes the dynamics of it as well.
Yeah.
That distributor is motivated to get these things out, and so they're marketing behind the scenes to make sure that these things are moving, as opposed to waiting for some retailer to want to order something. They're actively seeking people to get these machines out too. So it's a win-win either way for the community. And again, not just the community, but for anybody that would walk into a retail or go onto a website to find an arcade cabinet that they want to buy.
But no, I do have a serious question though. Does this mean though that they're now online only? Like what'll happen is like Best Buy and Walmart and all these places will just, they'll list it on their website. You buy it through, let's just say Best Buy, but Alliance will ship it from their warehouse for Walmart. Like they're just like the middleman handling the transaction. Right?
Yeah,
these retailers. So are they online only now?
Essentially. And all kidding aside, it's already been like this for years here in Canada. Like if I buy an Arcade1Up product from Walmart, it really came from the distributor straightforward sales. It came directly from them, even though it was sold through Walmart.
Yeah. Here is exclusive footage of Danny when he walked into Walmart and saw that the Best Buy Arcade1Up rack was taken down.
Turn that off. We're going to get copyright struck.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
He panicked so hard.
Bonos Tecmo says risk will be on 1UP, which will make them even more conservative. That's possible, but the risk was already on 1UP. I think what really came up was Arcade1Up went back to retailers and said, here's an Alien versus Predator cab. And the retailer said, okay, well, are you guaranteeing 80% buybacks like usual? And Arcade1Up was like, no. So really, they had a risk issue. The company, yes, I understand what you're saying, but no retailer would take on new stock. Like, it was a very big sieve with little tiny holes was there. They couldn't get anything through. This is basically punching a bunch more holes in this levee so they can get more stuff through. You might be right. It's basically on them now, but I don't know. Otherwise, the company was going to probably end up going out, because if they had to rely on retailers only taking products, we'd only get Golden Tee Midway mashups for the rest of creation.
Oh my God.
James hates everything. Super chat $5. Thank you, brother. It says the most positive news in the AE is so weeded to Arcade1Up that they have to keep them going. They are the largest manufacturer in the largest vertical.
Yeah, and he's right about the Spreetail thing. There's some behind the scene news where Arcade1Up's lead salesperson internally that worked with everything as seen on TV, Spreetail, or what's the store called Shop Hippo? It's all the same thing. That employee was recently let go, and I think that relationship completely fizzled out, which sucks, because they were a huge partner for 1UP. They're the reason that the Time Crisis cab got built. They're the reason we have 1,000 stools for Arcade1Up. So yeah, that's part of this process too. Spreetail became a big partner and a big distributor.
The only thing I actually found kind of interesting about this announcement was they gave us a number down here that during the fiscal year, which ended, their fiscal year runs June to June, which some companies do that. Arcade1Up product sales exceeded $74 million. $74 million. Now, obviously, that doesn't include the actual costs of manufacturing and labor and shipping and development and licensing. We don't know what their actual net profit was.
No.
But then again, 74 million is a good chunk of change. Is the question is Arcade1Up still what we consider broke? And are they?
Why do you think they were broke in the first place?
Oh, well, I didn't. Not me. Everybody thinks they're broke, Mike, because
because it's the same fucking idiots that were complaining. They were like, "Don't make videos about arcade going out of business," and then they're like, "Awesome! Now's our opportunity! Strike!
Mike, you're on something today, man. No, what I mean is Arcade1Up had which is 100% true. It's been verified with fact that they had to make a big balloon payment to their creditors and stuff. And maybe they had enough money to get that done. I mean, they had some decent sales.
We knew that they had a payment coming up to the creditors, but we don't know if they had the money, don't have the money to pay it. I mean, people bringing up this comment, even RGT came out and said, this was provided to me by Kevgret. And I mean, Kevgret obviously has a open bias towards the company, so he's not going to spin anything positively or even fairly.
Mike, come on now.
I'm telling the truth. It's like if you expected Glenn to have a biased opinion on an Arcade1Up product. It's not going to happen.
Well, then again, they were reporting on articles that were on Reddit. So, and it's a true article that they owed all that money.
Yes, they owed the money, but why was there this conspiracy that they didn't have the money to pay it?
Oh, well, I mean,
come on, you know what the reason is. They wanted it to go under because they have a personal bias.
You lay off the heads of state over there. They're gone. You severance them, right? Obviously, they had to pay them money to cut them loose too, per whatever contracts they had. You severance them. You stop.
Get the fuck out of here, Polo, you moron.
You stop. You
have a bad day.
You start. You stop releasing products. Stop announcing products. Eliminate a ton of programs. Close up. Didn't they close up that Miami store?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Mike, those are all signs that they're cutting back, that they don't got money. You know what I mean?
I disagree. I think, in my opinion, again, if they can get one Arcade1Up cabinet into every household, they're doing unbelievable. So again, I think now that the distribution they have, the ability to produce these things at will. They don't need all those. They don't need all that. The greasy wheel to get the news out and things like that. You get these things released into alleys across the country, wherever you can get these things at, and have people walk in Costco and grab one. I don't think you need the ban in front of you for these things to sell. You just need these to be out there and available for people to see them. And again, we're not trying to get everybody to have a room that looks like ours, but if we can get everyone to at least have one of these things, whether it's a countercade, partycade, cocktail table, or a single cabinet in a house.
They never got pushed out to financial issues, worse, Jago. Console Kits was at Comic-Con and created a situation that put John D in a lot of hot water. That's what happened. It wasn't like, oh, well, we're struggling financially, so we got to move John out. Idiots did idiot things.
I don't know if that's true or not. Here's what
I do know it's true.
No. Here's what I did discover is, I think John D, this is just my opinion, and it's my opinion only. I think John D decided, because everyone was interested in why he was no longer there. Did he quit? Did he resign? Was he forced to resign? Was he laid off? Was he terminated?
No one knows the real answer, yeah.
Right, that's the thing. No one knows the real answer. Because what John did, in my opinion, and this is just from what I've heard from people who've talked to John. I haven't talked to John. I've never asked him. He told a bunch of people different stories, right?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if the story about the fact that, like, he told Console Kits, "Oh, I got let go because of an incident that happened at Comic-Con with you when we were."
No. He didn't tell Console Kits that. He wanted to make Console Kits feel good and make like it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, but he, and then he went and told someone else, "Oh, I quit." And then he told someone, "Oh, they let me go." It was, and then he told someone else, it was a mutual decision. I think he was just playing around. Like, I love it. All these people are talking about me. I'm gonna tell 5 different things. Like, that's just my opinion, because it wasn't a consistent story. It wasn't a consistent story.
Darren, who probably can't say or won't say, will tell you.
Yeah.
That for the last 2 or 3 years, there's been a rift right down the middle at Arcade1Up, 2 sides battling against each other. And there was 2 very different mindsets on how the company should be run. So yes, there were financial issues, but not financial issues in the way you were thinking. They definitely had to cut back and change the way they were doing a lot of things. A lot of that came from the Blitz fiasco. I mean, they lost a boatload of money on Blitz, And the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 wasn't as profitable as what they thought. So they definitely had to change their structure of the organization. That's undeniable. There's no point saying that didn't happen. I mean, they must have lost a boatload of money on Blitz. And one of the reasons why they had to stop the buybacks was for that money. But to say that, like, they didn't have the money to make that payment they owed to their publisher, I don't know about that. Like, no one can say that fittingly, and anybody saying, well, it's definitely true. I mean, is there a little bit of bias in what you're saying? I'm sorry. Like, all these people say, I'm telling the truth, but they have adherent biases, and they don't come forward with them. Like, they fucking hate a company, but they don't say, hey guys, I'm going to tell you my feelings on the company, but keep in mind, I am absolutely rotten towards my opinion of this company, so it's going to be jaded no matter what I say.
Mike, I love you, man, but now I think we're getting in too deep in the weeds way over there. You know what I mean? Let's just move on, my friend. You make a valid point based upon how you feel.
Get the fuck out of here, Shreddy B.
Man, Mike is kicking everyone out of the show. Kicked out Polo. Polo's like the nicest guy in the world, and you just kicked out Polo.
Oh, man. He's gone.
Oh, come on, man. All right, so let's check in on our poll. Let's see how the votes are doing. So we got 92 votes, 98 votes. Come on, guys, let's get over 100 votes. That way we can have a better statistical.
I still don't get why you don't share the screen when you look at that. That just blows my mind.
Well, I can see it.
You share the screen with everything else, but you never share that.
Because we'd be looking at ourselves.
I like myself.
All right. Is the class of 1981 pub table that just got revealed at Costco a win? 6% said they're getting it, Mike. 6% out of 108 votes. 27% said yes, they're going to get it, but they're going to wait for a sale. So, and then no interest, 67%. There you go. Thanks so much, guys. Y'all a bunch of haters. Hey, I actually think it looks kind of cool. Like, I like the artwork on it, minus the kick plate. If this
Shreddy B, I was joking.
I'm
sorry if I offended you. And if you see me in person, I will beat the literal shit out of you.
Yeah, I like the pub table form factor. I actually like it a little bit more than the cocktail tables. And whatchamacallit, if this thing was like $300 on Costco clearance, and I just had to spend like $25 with arcade graphics to change out the kick plate art, I would be okay with it, right? I'm not telling you go buy buy it, but that's just my thought.
You heard it here first. P-Dubs told you you have to buy it. He will question your intelligence if you don't buy it.
I don't think it's that horrible, and that it's actually nice to say that for once about something.
Yeah, well, it's by no means horrible, but it's not a product I'm interested in.
Yeah, it's okay to each his own. Michael pick it up. He would rather have a Tempest Arcade1Up where his encoder board's going to break in a week than,
hey, this is my original Tempest. Encoder board is still running smooth.
All right, so let's pivot over. That's enough Arcade1Up. Whoa, hold on, guys. Sorry. Whoa, wrong buttons. Let's pivot over. Let's talk. No, it's just ads. So let's pivot over before we come back to arcades. Let's talk about Pinball FX. So they announced a couple of games coming, and this one right here. Did any of you out there actually play Goat Simulator? I'm going to be honest with you. I never played Goat Simulator. Mm-hmm. So I have no clue what this is. Mike, did you or the kids play Goat Simulator?
I have no idea what Goat Simulator is. Like, I know it got pretty big, and it's like a stupid game. Yeah.
It's like very popular. Detroit Love, you ever play Goat Simulator on your Steam Deck or anything?
Absolutely not.
Well, they made a pinball game based on it. So, when they announced this, they announced this one second. The first announcement, which we're going to do second, in my opinion, hyped me up a little bit more because of my own personal bias, like Mike says, personal bias. But here we go. Goat Simulator. Guys in the live chat, are any of you going to pick up Goat Simulator? Let me know. Or Goat Simulator fans. Like, I've never played it. Is it worth it? Is it fun? Let me know, guys. It's mindless fun. Go ahead.
I don't know about the game, but the pinball game looks fun. Like, there's a lot of stuff going around. There's all kinds of craziness. Like, there's a whirlwind. There's bowling balls out there. So it looks like it could be a very interesting pinball game machine. But I've got no love for the IP at all. Like, this is not something that I'm interested in.
I turn all that stuff off. I don't like all that extra stuff on my pinball.
Yeah, I know.
You turn off the like special effects and
like
stuff.
The little tornado and all that crazy ball trail. I don't like any of that stuff.
But despite the IP, Mike's right. There's a ton of crap. There's a bomb there. I don't know what the bomb's got to do with anything. It's like a nuclear missile or nuclear weapon right there. Atomic bomb. We got some weird tower that the ball's climbing up. It actually looks like they filmed this thing in reverse. Like right here. This is all done in reverse. I don't know why they're trying to do it that way. You notice this? Look, they're filming it in reverse.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if that's something from like Goat Simulator. Like, I don't know.
In Goat Simulator, guys, is there like an instant replay where you see the stuff backwards? Because this is all backwards. I don't get it. You guys will have to let me know in the chat. I don't know what it is. Either way, Goat Simulator coming soon, but. Can we applaud them for Princess Bride, Mike? I'm hyped about this one.
Princess Bride is actually a win. I know there's some people that are, Happy Multimorphic got it, but like a lot of people were like, I always wanted a Princess Bride pinball, but like not Multimorphic. Anyways, this is an option for it to come out. This is very, inexpensive. Pinball FX games are what, like, I think they're like $10 Canadian.
Yeah.
So anybody can experience now Princess Bride pinball virtually for super cheap. They've got the original voices. The pinball machine game itself looks fun. It's got cool ramps. It's got cool art style. Yeah, I think this is a big win.
Yeah, as a huge fan of the movies, I'm really happy to see this. And let's kind of, obviously the pinball machine is in his bedroom. You notice, look, they even kind of matched his sheets and everything. But when we take a look over here, all right, let's take a look over here. So right here is the torture rack chamber. I just sucked 1 year out of your life, right? So we got the torture rack chamber right here. Back here we have the cups from the iocane powder from the Battle of Wits. You got the cups right there. Over here on top of the Cliffs of Insanity, where there's the ruins of the castle where they had their famous duel between Inigo Montoya and the Dread Pirate Roberts. Why are you smiling? Because I know something you don't know. I am not left-handed. Right here, you got that whole scene right here. Up here, it looks kind of like the kid's bedroom, like the books in the kid's bedroom. Over here's the castle in Florian. This is the castle in Florian where they're trying to, have fun, go into the castle. A bunch of hearts here, heart drop targets. I don't know what these are supposed to be, but obviously you got Wesley and you got Buttercup right here. And it's more, you notice instead of it being movie art, it's more of like a comic art of the Princess Bride. You notice that? Throughout the whole thing. Take a look at the artwork. Like even in the trailer, when you actually look at the artwork, it's not, it's the movie, it's the likenesses of the characters from the movie, but it's made in more of a comic book, picture book style.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of cool in my opinion. Like I think this looks really nice.
So a lot of times, like I find it when they just take like stock PNGs from the movie and stick them on the tables, I think it looks a little cheesy. I'm glad they went with an art style there. If you take a close look at Andre, he kind of looks like the Andre from Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling.
Yeah. But what's really cool, and obviously we have it muted so we don't get copyright claim. It's got the real voices and some music from the movie.
Yeah.
Not voice actors hired to repeat those lines like Zen Studios has done on other games, but the actual voices from the characters in the movie.
So when they were filming the movie, Andre the Giant, he wasn't super well back then. This was towards the end of his wrestling career and the end of his life. He did a fart one time that made everybody on set throw up, and he just turned to him and he was like, "Sorry, boss."
Yeah, that's true. So let's see if we can see any other Easter eggs. So, okay, there you got the Dread Pirate Roberts back here. You got
I don't remember this movie. Michael, is this the movie I should go back and watch? Because I don't remember it.
It was amazing when we were kids. I haven't watched it in a very long time.
Oh, I love this movie. Now you notice right here, you do have to light up Swamp. Now I noticed in the live chat someone said there's no ROUSs. That's right. Where are the rodents of unusual size? You never know. Oh, by the way, did you see that? Wasn't that Andre's fist punching?
I think so. Yeah.
I think that's the giant's fist. You bested my giant. That means you're very strong. And right here, you got the ships in the background from when they're chasing each other to the Cliffs of Insanity, right? And then you get up top, get that duel. That's not to say that there's not when you activate game modes or video modes, it's not to say that maybe a rodent of unusual size isn't going to pop up somewhere, but it would be cool if they did, right? It would be cool if they did. I'm super stoked about this. As you can tell, I'm a huge Princess Bride fan. Fun movie, great movie to watch with your family. It's a love story, but fencing, fighting, monsters, giants, murder, deceit, true love. It's got everything. So there you go. Way to go, Zen Studios. I'm very happy about this one. Okay, Mike, I spoke enough. Go ahead.
So anyways, P-Dubs will be at the Ren Fair this weekend talking about his love of everything Renaissance.
Hey man, I love going to Renaissance festivals.
I know.
I don't know why you crap on them. Your kids, if you actually got off your ass and took your kids to a Ren festival, your kids would think you're the greatest
I
father
live
in the
on a
world.
small island. If there was a Ren festival of merit, we would go.
Just
Me and my wife talked about it today. We were talking
grab
about
Laura, get on the horse and cart, and get over.
Get on the horse and cart, board a a vessel, take a 40-day stay at sea.
Go hop on a flying silver dragon to the nearest festival, Mike.
It costs like $800 to get off the island.
Yeah. Is this a kissing story? Great line from the movie.
Yeah.
So this is a win for Zen. I agree. Go ahead.
All kidding aside, me and my wife were talking about it today. Like, I've never been to medieval times. Kills me. My wife's been several times, and we can't wait to go. Like, that's our next priority right now. Getting the kids to Disney, and we also want to go to medieval times.
Where's the nearest medieval times to you?
Toronto.
Okay. I like medieval times. There's one out in Schaumburg, Illinois. I went to at least 10 times when I lived in Illinois, and then there's one out here.
If we go to Pinball Fest, let's go to medieval times.
We absolutely should, and we could record us all. It will be like Cable Guy, you know what I mean, Mike? Maybe we'll jump in the arena. But what was I going to tell you? Yeah, we could do that in Chicago. We go to medieval times, and then out here, when I moved out here to Arizona, I was sad that I couldn't go to medieval times anymore. But there's one in Scottsdale, and I've been out here 7 years, and we've gone there 3 times. So it's like every other year we go once, just for fun. So yeah.
That's the dinner and the show thing.
Dinner and a show, baby.
Yeah, I went to that in Orlando.
Yeah.
So I believe in Atlanta as well.
James Hates Everything, who hasn't got thrown out yet, says, can we get a never-ending story now, or do they already have it? No never-ending story yet. I don't know if you want that. Like, when Atreyu gets stuck in the bog, do you really want that? I'll be crying. No. Niagara Falls.
Mike, that's Artax.
Artax, sorry, I don't know the exact words.
Yeah, I definitely want there to be a video mode where you have to try to rescue Artax from the mud, and you fail, and he dies, and it's going to make you so sad while you're playing the pinball game. That would be hilarious.
So
look at my boy B-Cog. He added it to the spreadsheet. Hell yeah, let's go to medieval times as a group, man. It'll be great. It'll be awesome.
All right, so the other thing I really wanted to talk about from Pinball Bites this week, they have a new person that's joined the team, this girl. I can't remember her name exactly, but she's been doing reviews and shit like that. One of the things she was brought on for.
What do you mean she's been doing reviews?
I don't know. That's what I didn't get either. She said she's been doing reviews for them.
Reviews of what?
Like their games? I don't know.
So she reviews the games that they develop? Or
yeah, like Wagner for AtGames.
No. Yes. Yes. Never ending story pinball. And yes, Spaceballs 2 supposedly, I don't know if this is a true announcement.
It is. Yeah, it's really happening.
So Spaceballs 2, maybe by next year you do a Spaceballs 1, Spaceballs 2 pinball game package. That would be really, really cool as well.
So going back, this woman that came on, she also gave us hints on the next 3 Williams games. And this is important for you, P-Dubs. I know you didn't watch my video, but there's 3 new Williams games coming, 1 from 1988 and 2 from 1989. Now, why is 1989 important? Elvira and the Party Monsters. That's right.
Elvira. Yeah, Elvira and the Party Monsters. So is that going to happen?
That's my hope, but I think it's more likely the 3 games.
Do you have a list? Do you have a list of the games?
Yeah. It was on Facebook on the group. I've got some pictures there, but like the most probable are Taxi.
Let's take a guess.
Taxi from 1988, Earthshaker, and Black Knight 2000.
Why are those the most probable?
Because they're the best.
I don't know. When you look at Zen, they've done games like Hurricane and others. Like why not Cyclone? I
Cyclone's already out.
They did Cyclone?
I'm almost 100% sure, but you might be right. They might not have done it. Cyclone's possible too.
I don't think Zen Studios ever did Cyclone. Guys, did Zen Studios do Cyclone? I wouldn't be surprised.
For sure it was already done.
Yeah. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll kiss your $10 goodbye, and they definitely need to have Spaceballs the Flamethrower.
All right, so let me get this list of games up Buddy put up in the this is from Pinside. So I'll move all these over here now.
Try and just open the picture, not your social media, Mike. We always have problems when you do that.
I'll open my social media. It's probably threat messages from Shreddy B now saying he's going to meet me in the parking lot.
Tales from the Crypt was a Data East game. That wasn't a Bally Williams game. So it's going to be a Bally Williams. Yeah, they did Hurricane, but they haven't done Cyclone yet. And just knowing the kind of stuff they do,
Cyclone's probable.
I'm thinking they'll do maybe I'm thinking like, okay, they're doing 2 games. One's going to be a easy title, cheaper title, probably Cyclone, right? But then if they come out and the next game is like Elvira, I would be psyched, man. That would be really cool. Even though a lot of these games are on VPX anyway.
All right, so here we go. Taxi, 1988. That's my guess.
All right.
Swords of Fury, already out. Bonsai Run, 1988. And like you said, Cyclone. So Cyclone is a possibility.
Yep, I'm thinking Cyclone. It just kind of makes sense.
So I'm going to make this bigger. There's also Bad Cats in 1989, Police Force, Pool, Black Knight 2000, which I think is a strong possibility. Earthshaker, which is another really strong possibility. Jokers is also a strong possibility from 88. Consumer Pin, I don't know what that is. Canceled. Taxi. Consumer Pin.
Yeah.
And what else we got here? Mousing Around. What'd you say, Carl?
There you go. That's better.
Mousing Around, 1989. And there's the one I want more than anything else. I mean, October's right around the corner. So Elvira and the Party Monsters, Bally, 1998, 89. Make It, Atlantis, Transporter, Alice in Wonderland, Truck Stop from 1988, Ramp Warrior. What else do we got? Hold on. See if I got them all. Yeah, so there it is.
Yep, keep zooming in.
Blackwater 100 and Escape from the Lost World. There's your list.
Scroll up a little higher. So how many are coming out from 1988? 2?
1.
And then how many from 1989?
2.
All right, so I'm hoping we see Elvira, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is the one right here. And guys, I don't have any inside information. This is just my best guess, knowing the kind of games that Zed has done already.
For some reason, I thought they already did it because they already did Whirlwind.
Yeah. Yeah. So they did their So. Yeah. So Cyclone. That's what I'm thinking. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did this one. So there you go. I like the back glass though, with the little.
Oh yeah.
What is that, like Wheel of Fortune kind of like with all this? That would
Ferris
be
wheel.
Cool.
It's supposed to be a Ferris wheel, isn't it? Or is it?
Yeah. Like if they're gonna do Swords of Fury, like the old one, like they did with the old 1980s alphanumeric DMDs, why not? Right?
I'd rather they do Taxi. Taxi's a better game.
I know, but I'm thinking it's going to be Cyclone.
As long as they do Elvira and the Party Monsters, I don't really give a shit. That's the only one that really matters to me.
I think it'll be a game like this, and then one big IP is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. Fingers crossed for Elvira. Yes, fingers crossed for Elvira. Okay, so is that enough pinball talk?
No, because we got to.
Yeah, let's go back to.
We got to talk.
Let's go back to insulting the viewers.
Hold on, I'm waiting on Detroit Love. What's up, Carl?
We got to talk about Funhouse, man. Remake.
Okay, what about Funhouse remake, Carl?
We have some video. You look it up while I talk about it.
Okay, I'll look it up. Go ahead. P-dubs, you do all the work.
Yeah, why not? I mean, Funhouse is one of my favorite pinballs. It's a very, very hard pinball table to play.
Right.
You drain a lot of balls with it. But it is tons of fun. A little creepy. It's a little creepy. But I love that game. I love playing. When I did my VPX on the Toy Shock, that is the first game I put on and played tons of that. And so to hear that they're doing a remake that adds multi-ball, adds a DMD, adds some ball saves, I'm excited for that. I mean, I'm not going to buy it, but I'm excited that it's going to be available. And I have a pinball place nearby that I keep saying I'm gonna make it to, but they have such weird hours. You know, these pinball places and these arcades nowadays, they're only open on the weekend. They only open at this time. You know, so it's just difficult to get to those places at those specific times. But
You know what would help you with that problem, Carl? Make this, since you have nostalgia for it, your first real pinball machine, buddy.
no, you know, if I was to buy a pinball,
a
real
Vault
pinball,
Spider-Man.
it would be Spider-Man. It would be Spider-Man, and second one would be the one you looked at that you fell in love with, P-Dubs, at the Cleveland
Cactus Canyon.
Oh,
Cactus
God.
Canyon
Cactus
remake.
Canyon.
Yeah,
Let me
Cactus
the
Canyon's
remake.
good.
The remake.
Oh, I feel
So-
like such a jerk. That was a Cactus Canyon. Wasn't that a special? Like the
Yeah, it was a
Yeah, it was a
remake
special
or-
edition. The guy gave you a really good price, and you were
Yeah,
like,
that was a
I don't know about that. I think I'm going to buy Venom.
Yeah. Oh man, I made a mistake, didn't I, Mike? I
Yeah.
made a mistake. So it's the last day at Cleveland at the Cleveland Gaming Expo, and of course the guys who brought pinball machines, they're trying not to go home
right with those
with the pinball machines. They're trying to sell them. And when I played the Cactus Canyon Special Edition remake thing, oh my god, it was so good. It was so fun. I freaking loved it. Went over to the guys, talked to them. Mike, they offered me to buy it. This is the special edition.
It was like 7,300, wasn't it?
No, it was like
less.
6,000 something, right?
It was 6,000. They're
Yeah,
like, we'll give it.
yeah.
We'll let you take it for 6,000 just to
Yeah.
sell it. And I'm like, dude, I came here by airplane. They're like, well, if you agree to buy it and pay us, we'll take it home with us and then ship it to you when you get back. But I could have just done the handshake right there, Mike. I could have got it. But then I went home and I looked at stuff and I was like, well, I really want to get a Stern game. And I bought Venom. And keep in mind, I love my Venom. You know, I love my Venom.
Yeah,
But
and no judgment on that too. I mean, Venom's a fun game, like super fun.
If I had to choose between Cactus Canyon Special Edition and Venom Pro, I would have got Cactus Canyon Special Edition.
You didn't buy the Pro; you bought the premium.
Yeah, I got the premium Venom.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, but either way, I would have got. If I could go back, if I could turn back time,
Yeah,
maybe I'd find a way
to bring Cactus Canyon back into my home.
Let's talk about what's going on with that, because this actually involves Cactus Canyon. Cactus Canyon will go down as the last Chicago gaming company Williams remake, because what happened was they're so behind with production that Pendretti actually became the new remake person for the old Bally Williams games going forward. So Chicago Gaming Company, they are so behind, even with Cactus Canyon. I think they might be caught up now, but then they also agreed to take on Pulp Fiction, because that's Chicago Gaming Company, but it's actually made by Raw Thrills Pinball Division. So Raw Thrills actually made Pulp Fiction, but Chicago Gaming Company was, fulfilling the orders. So Pendretti came in, and this is their first out the gate remake, which is Funhouse.
Yeah, I know. And how much are they charging for it though? Like a lot of money still, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's up for sale yet, Carl. Did you ever get the website up? Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah.
I never have any problem getting it up. That's for certain.
I've heard it's different.
You got that super chat, Carl?
Yeah, if you can put it up, because my mouse is not.
I got you. Here we go. There we go.
Justin Miles says $5 super chat, says, here's to draining a lot of balls at the Funhouse. As for me, I'm saving my balls for Avira and the Party Monsters.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Funhouse, the classic edition, the remake, is going to be $7,500 plus shipping.
Mm-hmm.
See, the problem with that too is like there's original Funhouse machines that people sell. And it's like, do you get an original or do you get the remake?
You got to get the remake.
So the question there is
a lot of money.
The question there is, because all pinball machines require maintenance, but with an older machine, so much stuff is already possibly gone faulty or requires maintenance.
Or you have to replace out the LEDs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
There.
So, I mean, it depends on how good you are with that stuff. Like if you're Cool Toy, because Cool Toy can go out and literally buy a machine that is just dead, like rodent infested, dead machine on the side of the road, and turn it into an absolute masterpiece. If you have that skill set, sure, go buy old ones.
And those ROMs available.
Yeah. But if you're an idiot like me who can barely keep his going, you'd want to buy new. That's,
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to go a little long tonight, guys, because but two of the topics are going to go by pretty quick, and then we're going to spend a little bit of time on AtGames. But we want to touch base real quick on some.
Did you allow Jeff Rainwater? Did you unblock him by any chance?
I don't think Jeff was ever blocked.
Oh, yes, he was, and he should be blocked again. Please fix that.
Leave Rainwater. I'm gonna go get the Rainwater shirt and put it on.
What, Mike? You're just banning everyone, man.
Well, he's supposed to be blocked. We talked about this. He was blocked live on show.
Well, maybe it's an impersonator, Rainwater. There's all these different, troll
We're gonna have to find out and make sure he's blocked again.
Oh my god, guys! Mike has got the ban hammer tonight. No mercy. He was watching Cobra Kai this week, the new season on Netflix. Strike hard, strike fast, no mercy. But speaking of something really quick we want to touch on, because we didn't get to touch on this last week on Super Game Room Dudes. We talked about a lot of stuff, but we didn't get to talk about this. So, Mike, what is the big update here with this silhouette leak that New Wave Toys put out for their next mini Replicade?
So this is basically came out during San Diego Comic-Con. They released this and said this will be the next Replicade coming out. It's going to be an 83 game is what we were told. So those are your hints. This is the silhouette, and it's a game from 83.
Right. Crystal Castles is what everyone was assuming, right? Was it confirmed? Or
not confirmed, but like Glenn did a show and he talked about my video and he said, "What do you think?" I did a side-by-side comparison. I mean, they're one for one. Like the silhouette matches exactly the shape of the cabinet.
Yeah. Okay, so Crystal Castles, and what did Glenn say on his show? Did Glenn confirm that it was Crystal Castles? It's still not confirmed, right?
No, not confirmed. We don't know.
Okay, but everyone assumes it's Crystal Castles because okay. But did Glenn confirm he's making a controller for it?
Yes, that he did say.
Okay, so controller with a trackball. I think that pretty much confirms it's Crystal Castles.
Yeah.
That would be Millipede or it's not Millipede. No one gives.
I don't think it's Millipede either. I'm 100% sure.
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure it's Crystal Castles.
Yeah. Guys, do me a favor. If you think it's Millipede, give me a 1. If you think it's Crystal Castles, give me a 2. I'm thinking it's Crystal Castles in here. I don't think they're going to do Millipede. What's with all the 1s in the chat?
They must think it's Millipede.
Is that you, Carl? Yeah, that was Carl trolling the chat. All right, I want to see some 1s and 2s from the viewers. 1 if you think it's Millipede. 2 if you think it's Crystal Castles. I'm thinking Crystal Castles, especially if Glenn's doing a trackball for it. Just makes sense. He's already made the trackball for Golden Tee. Why not do it? Stock Jock is in on Crystal Castles. Thanks so much, Stock Jock, for being the only person to participate. Oh, here they come. There's a delay. Mike, everyone says it's Crystal Castles. There's only like 1 or 2 Millipede fans out there. James hates everything is just smoking something.
Oh, James, you better watch out. You might get blocked.
Would you stop blocking everybody? Now we need it. Mike, I'm going to say to you what
I didn't actually block Jeff Rainwater. I was joking.
Oh, so he's not blocked?
No.
Oh, so that was all just a joke.
Yes. He accused somebody of blocking him earlier tonight.
Oh, I got you.
There you go. It all makes sense now.
All right. So, Rainwater, you're not blocked, buddy. Spread the word. JJ, I saw JJ was unhappy about that block. Jay.
He's been very unhappy this week. He wrote a message on my video, and I can't find it anymore because I wanted to ask him about it. He's really unhappy.
I have to take off my Rainwater shirt now?
No. You can wear it. I got a Rainwater mug shirt.
All right. So, everyone thinks it's Crystal Castles.
Yeah.
All signs are pointing to it being Crystal Castles. We can't wait for them to announce it's Crystal Castles. So let's just get the announcement out there while I'm still young, Shiloh. Come on, man.
Everybody?
Oh, look at Detroit Love stirring up some trouble.
Millipede. Oh, I'm going to block Carl. Hold on.
Oh, look at this. Brooklyn
Blocked.
Oh, come on. Don't do that to Carl. Bring him back. Bring him back. All right. So I'm starting to lose all train of thought here. Okay. So that's what's going on with New Wave Toys, guys. They leaked a photo. Everyone thinks it's Crystal Castles. Glenn confirmed he's making a control panel for whatever it is on his show. Make sure you guys watch. Make sure you guys watch his show.
It's a fucking idiot.
They don't have the First Amendment in Canada.
No, we can do what we want.
Wagner's Tech Talk is here. What's going on, John? Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, he wants it to be Millipede because John has no Crystal Castle skills, is what he's telling
Crystal
the live
Castle
chat.
sucks.
Yeah. Rainwater says he's blocked. Mike, did you
He
block
is
him?
not blocked.
People are going to think like you actually blocked him, and then I get shit over it.
No, you can go check the settings.
Right.
He was never blocked.
He was on here earlier, so how's he blocked?
All right. What is the news with Quarter Arcades? Let's move on there. It's just a quick, guys, like we said, New Wave Toys is quick. Quarter Arcades should be quick, and then we're going to talk about AtGames. Let's go. Quarter Arcades. What's up?
Giovanni Shan has a comment. Will anybody review the DDR Classic Mini from Japan or anything from outside North America? It's not something that's on my radar. I've heard about it, but like I can't imagine I'm going to pick it up to review it. Not personally.
Geo, when you get yours, before you open it, do me a favor, repackage it, send it to me. I'll be happy to review it and send it back to you. But I don't plan on buying one myself. That's one you play it with your hands, right? It's the little mini one, the mini like tabletop DDR machine. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Oh wait, here it is. I think I found it. Uh-oh, they took down the videos. Why did they take down the videos? Here it goes. Nope, that's not it. I don't know where it is. I'll have to find a link for it. Thanks so much, Mike Hawk. Greatly appreciate that. I saw his comment got deleted. You did block him, Mike. How dare you?
I didn't.
And Pitbull, Crystal, I would say it doesn't suck. It just wasn't worth my quarter because I didn't have skills for it.
You remember when Goofy Foot was unjustly terminated from our live chat, and we had to spend a month Operation Free Goofy Foot. Now we're gonna have to free him since. Now we're gonna have to free Rainwater. Thanks a lot, Mike. Way to go.
So Rainwater, it's probably a 48-hour chat shadow ban when someone reports you.
Oh, that sucks. All right. Let's just move on. The DDR thing, we'll try and cover the DDR Mini a different time when I can actually find the assets for it. But in the meantime, Numskull Quarter Arcades. What's going on there, Mike? Woo!
Hey, they were on our show last week and they talked about Burger Time, and it was pretty exciting.
That's it.
That's it. That's all.
Like when you told me you want to talk about it, I was like, did something happen? Nothing happened. But how many of you guys saw our episode last week with Matt from Numskull? Did you guys enjoy it? I thought it was a pretty fun show. Here's what I noticed about Matt and Ben over there. They are some pretty just laid back dudes.
Oh yeah.
They're not like corporate guys in suits. You look at Shiloh and his team. I don't think any of those guys even know how to tie a tie. You know what I mean, Mike? Like they're just laid back guys, and that's the kind of stuff I love seeing. Is
he's back?
Wait. Uh-oh. He's calling you out, Mike. We're gonna call you out live right now.
Okay.
I love how he called it the godforsaken country.
It really is.
That is, yeah. We really enjoyed it. It was a fun episode.
Well, anyways,
right.
he said someone on this panel has him blocked earlier. That's
not me.
That's the reason. I don't know what he's talking about. Did I block him from my show? I don't know.
Do you have an alt account, Jeff? Was it one of your alt accounts that got blocked? There's so many people with alt accounts. It's crazy. All right. Put a 1 for Burger Time and a 2 for Elevator Action. Oh man, I'm gonna have to put a 2 there, baby. I'm excited about my Elevator Action pre-order. Can't wait. Yeah, and someone won a Burger Time last week. That was pretty cool. Are you guys going to be picking one up? Let us know in the chat. Mike just wanted to remind you guys that we did a show last week.
Yeah, I thought where we did the specialized show, we would go over all the news, and this was news from last week, but we did talk about it, right?
We had them on, so we are good to go.
But we did mention that they were going to be at Cleveland Classic and in Seattle, right?
Yep. If you missed last week's episode, Numskull announced that they will be at the Cleveland Gaming Expo this year, and they'll also be at the Portland Gaming Expo this year as well. So make sure you guys stop by their booth.
Yeah, so they're gonna be bringing all their stuff. Burger Time's gonna be there. All their demo cabs right now. They're not gonna have stuff for sale there in person, right? Because they're coming from England. It's not like they're coming just down the street in a van. But you can go check out their new stock and talk to them about upcoming stuff, and you can get to meet these guys. I mean, obviously, this is basically a it's a pet project for them. This is not big business cutthroat. Like they are just doing this because of their love and passion for like retro gaming and these home arcades. So, Godspeed for that company, and hopefully you guys can talk to them and figure that out for yourselves.
There's only 3 companies I know that are in business, not for profit, just for gameplay, and that's Glenn,
Quarter Arcades,
and Quartercades, Numskull.
There you go.
Look, man, they all make the stuff because they want the stuff.
Yeah, they've all got pretty good opinions on pricing and stuff too. Like talking to Shiloh, and he's got a very similar mindset to Glenn. Like they look at stuff and they're like, we could do it, but it would cost so much, people wouldn't be interested. Like they're always keeping that in mind of, we can't raise prices like this. Other companies don't. Arcade1Up's like, we can make a time crisis. We just got to charge $800 for it.
Mike, do you have that AtGames presentation we can share?
I can't show it as is.
You showed it as is on your video.
But you can do a
screenshot. I talked over it.
We're going to talk
over it and show the screenshot, but it won't be the actual one.
Yeah, I can bring the presentation. Hold on.
All right.
Let's see if I got it here.
Let's dive into AtGames and let's figure this stuff out. How many of you guys are feeling good about the AtGames stuff the last week? They made some announcements. They did some firmware changes, but they also released a pinball pack. So do you want to start here, or do you want to talk about the pinball game first?
We'll come back to this. Let's talk about the pinball pack.
Yeah,
pinball pack first.
This stuff is the more boring, deep in the weeds stuff that I hate talking about. So I did purchase the Godzilla vs. Kong pinball pack. Comes with 3 games, and I gotta tell you, the ball. There's some ball issues on Godzilla. It's playable. I think the highest I got on that table was like 15 million so far. It just seems like when the ball is traveling north and south, once it gets to right around, you'll notice in the table right above the flippers, there's a little square. Once it hits that square, the ball just kind of leaps forward like 5 or 6 frames, and it just kind of disappears from view real quick. And there's some, it's just when the ball's going up and down, there's frame rate issues on the ball. That issue isn't as bad on the other 2 tables. I think I've only seen like that happen on the what is that? The Godzilla versus Kong table, which is interesting because Godzilla and Godzilla versus Kong, you could tell that they're set up to be much bigger tables. Whereas the Kong table by itself is a smaller table, so it's got a more zoomed in view, right? The flippers are bigger, the ball is bigger. It's a smaller table, right? So the larger tables are zoomed out and the ball is a lot smaller. Does that make sense, Mike? It's kind of like when you're playing on AtGames. If you play Genie is an oversized double wide pinball game, which is why when you play Genie, the Gottlieb game Genie, it looks so small because they're trying to cram this giant table on this screen, right? And Black Hole, the ball looks small, but if you play TX Sector, the ball is huge, the table's huge.
Yeah,
it's a smaller table. Right.
We've all experienced that with Zen. Like anybody who bought the Arcade1Up machines, like obviously the games on Attack from Mars look like real pinball because everything looks normal. But if you get into some of those Star Wars games, the flippers are like this big and the ball's like this big. Yeah, there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, so the Godzilla table graphically looks really nice. It also plays pretty good, except for, there's some ball stuttering, flipper.
There's still some flipper lag. Yeah.
It's got I don't think it's running at 60 frames. Maybe it's like 45 frames. When you look at the Godzilla versus Kong table, which is the bright red table, Mike, did you do a stream yet and show these tables?
Nope, I'm going to do that tomorrow night. I just picked up the pack probably a couple hours ago. Only played Godzilla like 2 times so far. The only thing I noticed so far was flipper lag. There's still flipper lag.
Well, what's interesting is maybe I'm just getting used to it. It just feels like the lag is better.
I was going to say that. Like everybody's saying there's no lag. There's definitely lag. But like you adjust to it. I'm so used to playing like it now. I don't really notice it as much. But it's still there.
Yeah, so of course the way I test it is I'll fire up like a Taito game for Magic Pixel, then go back and hop into a Zen Studios game, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, the flipper delay's there.
But that SSF kit, right?
Yeah, the SSF kit is good. It definitely looks like the Godzilla versus Kong table's got some graphical downgrades. There's a lot of jagged edges everywhere. It's not as bad as Star Trek The Next Generation, but it's definitely doesn't look 4K to me. When it comes to the Godzilla table, Godzilla by himself looks really nice and clean and smooth. Again, it's just the ball frame rate. When it comes to the Kong table, I think the Kong table looks and plays the best. And that's a harder game.
And it's a shittier franchise.
Maybe it's because I'm Team Kong.
Yeah.
But the Kong table graphically looks the best. You don't see jagged edges anywhere. It's nice and smooth looking, and the ball and the performance of everything is better. Either way, there you go. So that's what's going on there. Do we have any footage of these games? Did anyone record anything?
I don't know.
Let's find out. Well, I mean, I just posted one YouTube short. I didn't record any other. So how many of you guys picked up the Godzilla pack, and are you happy with it? Let us know in the live chat. Love to get your feedback on the screen here. Yeah, the surround sound feedback was actually dialed in on this one, but it's not dialed in on the other Zen games though, right?
There's different experiences with each Zen game. Some are really good, some are not so good. Like nothing still, Taito Magic Pixel games are still the gold standard. The Magic Pixel games are just incredible.
Yeah. And they released their calendar of events. And what I noticed about their calendar of events, Mike, is they announced that the Jurassic Park pack is coming. So we're going to get.
I didn't see Jurassic Park. I saw. Is it the Park pack? I only saw the Jurassic World logo.
Yeah, well, isn't that going to be all 3 Jurassic Park games?
I don't know.
Studios is doing?
I don't know. I'll have to bring up the calendar and take a look.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, bring up the calendar, Mike. Wait, you know what? I think they called it a mini pack. It might just be Jurassic World. If it's a mini pack, it's just one game.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to pull up their calendar right here. We're going to take a look at it. Yeah. Let us know what you guys think. 7.5 out of 10. Picked it up, having fun with it. Yeah, I enjoyed playing Kong. We'll try and record some footage this weekend. We'll see. James hates everything. I played them all a bunch today. I like Godzilla and Kong. GV Kong seems harder. Ball drones super easy. Mad Dog says fun. Retro Arcade.
It's a Jurassic World Legends mini pack.
Yeah, share your screen here so we can take a look at their calendar of events. Yeah, so if you're able to zoom in there,
that's as much as it'll zoom, and I got people messaging me.
Yeah,
freaking console kits trying to get me fired like John D.
Mike, don't you know how to right-click on an image and open it in a new tab?
Oh, for God's sakes!
Like seriously, now go to that tab. Now you can zoom in. Like I've taught you this like 10 times.
Already. I don't care. It's good on my screen.
All right, so on August 21st, the Jurassic World Mini Pinball Pack comes out. So that sounds to me like just one game.
Yeah.
So that it's just Jurassic World. It's not
$5. Jurassic World. Yeah.
Yeah. But here's what I find interesting, Mike. Where is Natural History Pinball Pack 2? It was on June, got pushed to July. Here's the August calendar. It's not even on here.
Yeah, well,
where is it?
I recommended to them. They put it on the last calendar. It got delayed again. I think it's going to get further delayed. They don't have a date for it, and they don't feel confident in putting one down because they don't know if they'll be able to meet it.
Meet it as in like, oh, if we put like August 24th, we don't know if August 24th it'll actually happen.
And they put it on the calendar last month, and that worked out great for them because then another conspiracy came up that said they put it intentionally after the price increase to get $10 more from everybody.
They did. They absolutely did.
That's why they did it. And then it still wasn't ready, which obviously.
Right. And then they delayed it again to avoid having to put it on sale. So what you're telling me, Mike, is theoretically they're going to release it like on August 13th. And it'll be full $35 price. In my opinion, which I have a right to my opinion, AtGames is doing everything they possibly can to release that table pack at full price at $35. They are doing everything they can to keep people from even saving $5 on it.
If only they hadn't given Wagner that special attention, you'd be more positive.
So do me a favor. Tell me what you think, Mike. Mike, when they release it, are they going to put it on sale? Can I now pay $30 for something that would have been $25 if they released it on time?
You're entitled to your opinion. It wasn't ready. Obviously, that's why it got delayed. It's still not ready. Any other reason you want to have for it, you can believe what you want to believe. I don't know what else to say to you. Like, if it was just, if they intentionally delayed it to get more money, they would have brought it out when it was out. Like, the fact that they still don't know when it's going to be ready means it just wasn't ready.
Okay. But if it's not ready because all hands are on deck to fix the flipper delay with the Zen games, that's what they said. I had to read it twice because at first I thought they said, if you read their announcement too quick, it makes you think that because the Zen games have flipper lag, they're not releasing it. But if you read their announcement a second time, what they said was, because all hands are on deck fixing flipper lag, it's impacted our other teams, which sounds to me like we can't do our quality control testing. We haven't been able to, it hasn't gone through QC, or there's issues, right? Like, that's what it sounds like. Like it's kind of a legitimate excuse. Like, we're trying, but then again, they keep releasing Zen games. Like, they're like, hey guys, Natural History's delayed because, Zen Studios got lag, but they released Garfield, they released Kong. It's confusing, Mike. It's confusing. Can you explain?
You're friends with guys that work there. You have John Wagner's ear. You have Scott's ear. You can ask them. Like, you could get these answers.
I don't message people like that. I'm not gonna message them.
I can't look directly into the camera, but I don't do any of that stuff.
I'm not gonna go right to the source, Mike. No. Mike, I have you. You're on the inside. Mike. You got to tell me. Like, what did they say?
They've said exactly what they've said publicly.
That's it.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's like there's literally people that work there that you can talk to. That, like, I don't know. Ask them.
No, there's not. There's no one there I can talk to.
All right. Well, anyways, it looks like Natural History. We don't know. Hopefully, they provide an update in the next couple of weeks to tell us when it's coming.
Sketchy as all hell.
But the Natural History Pinball Pack for the HD owners, it hasn't gone up in price. That's a 4K only thing. So there's no price increase for the HD table. And hopefully, if they can't get the 4K table out this month, they can at least get the HD table
out. Which is what I said a couple of weeks ago. Like, if the issue is with the 4K machine, surely it runs fine on the HD machine. And there are thousands and thousands of people with Legends Ultimates, Legends Pinball HD, Legends Micros, Gamer Pros, Gamer Minis, Gamer Cores, Legends Ultimate Minis, thousands of people waiting for some new content from AtGames. Why not release it for the HD customers and just tell the 4K people, hey guys, we're working on you? Because think about it, there's less than 2,000 4K pinball machines out there. Come on, there's not that many. 2,000 of us can wait, but the 10,000 plus, 50,000 plus other people are just sitting there like waiting. How is that flipper lag affecting the HD?
It's probably not, and they must be thinking they want to do a universal release at the same time. But I think it will be a good faith gesture.
No one gives a shit about a
ready.
universal release. I think people would be happy if
You cut me off. Holy shit! I think it would be a good faith gesture if they just released the HD table early.
Yeah, think about it.
Again, I agree with you.
The HD owners are actually more upset right now than the 4K owners, because the HD owners, look at their Facebook groups. They're all, how many times a day do I read a post in their Facebook group? Have they abandoned us? Is this platform dead? Is AtGames not
like, it's even people who know the difference. AtGames have come out and said they're committed to making like 20 games this year,
but Mike,
15 next year, and then people are like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You haven't given us anything in the last 6 months. I don't believe you.
Yes. So there you go. So the point I'm trying to make, Mike, is on their Reddits, on their Discords, on other people's Discords, on their Facebook groups, all the HD owners are more upset than the 4K owners right now.
So again, good faith gesture. If the HD version's ready, release it.
So PK, just release it on the HD for those people. The 4K people can wait. We just got Kong. We'll be all right. Right, Mike?
Yeah. Yeah, 100. I don't disagree with that. If the HD is ready. But then again, they didn't say that it was only the 4K version of Natural History that wasn't done. Let's clarify that.
Maybe Magic Pixel's waiting for the check to clear. I don't know what's going on here, man, but we got to...
Oh, we're going to get into the other conspiracy now, aren't we?
I'm making a joke, Mike. I'm making a joke.
So remember earlier when I was talking about the people that hate Arcade1Up should announce their bias first?
Look, I love the AtGames products, but they've made a lot of bad decisions recently.
Which favoring Wagner over you.
Dude, that has nothing to do with anything, and you're full of shit, man. That is not it. So, believe me, I want the HD version as much as the rest. All right. Mike.
Yeah.
What else is going on with AtGames?
So, we also have a sale going on. Hold on. Look at this. Sons of bitches saying that I'm a fake Newfoundlander, Newfoundland poser. They're actually right. I'm not very super Newfoundlandy. Anyways, I'm going to stop sharing for a second so I can get this presentation up for you boys. Where is it? I had it up. Now it's not up.
That's what she said.
I love this. I love this one by JR. It's hard to be an HD owner. Nice job.
They know.
Well played. Hey, man, I'm trying to advocate for them. Like, give them the games. Everyone else can wait.
P-Dubs is all about the consumer.
I am.
All right. Legends Premium Factory. So we found out they're releasing a version of the Legends Pinball 4K with no topper, no advanced features, and only the critical games. What they're doing is they're selling them for $1,249.99 plus shipping and handling, as opposed to the full package, which will be $1,499.99. Of course, the concessions, again, like I mentioned, there's no topper, no advanced features. So the theme topper is going to be an extra $150 to buy it after the fact if you choose to buy it after the fact. The turning on advanced features, which, again, I don't like this, putting that behind a paywall, but again, I understand what they're trying to offer here. That's $100 if you want to add it later on down the line.
$100 each.
Yeah. Nope. What?
It says $100 each, Mike. That's what EA period means. So if you decide to go this route and one day decide to say, you know what? I'm tired of the built-in games, the native games. I'd like to try this awesome OTG VPX stuff that everyone else is talking about. Well, if I want to connect a PC or another device to this thing to get the OTG mode to work, I got to pay AtGames $100. And on top of that, any external applications are going to be $100. So $200 to turn on two features in the software that probably AtGames.
No, I don't think you're right about that. There's a
Mike. It says $100 each.
Yes.
Look at it.
Yes, I'm looking at it, And again, state your bias, and then we'll talk about it.
This is not bias. It's right here on the fucking slide. It says
Yeah,
$100 each.
When you do the update that you do right now, you enable your enhanced features. It's a one-time thing.
Yeah,
Mike, I'm talking about new customers. If I buy this pinball machine without those features, I have to give them $100 for external applications, and I have to give them $100 for OTG.
That's incorrect.
That is not incorrect.
It
says $100 each. It doesn't say, if it was just 100, it would just say 100. But it says 100 EA.
It's $100 for the whole shebang. The advanced features, all of it is $100.
Bill's Retro Gaming Show is in the same influencer group as you, and he's also is agreeing with me. It's $100 each, one per feature.
No, it says turn on advanced features on your own terms, enable OTG and external applications.
It's 100 each.
I'm telling you, it's $100 for all the advanced features. If there's a misprint in the slide or some way you want to read it, it's $100 for the advanced features. That's it.
Yeah, I think it's $100 for the advanced features, all in one. No way they're charging $100 for each.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm okay with that.
Well, you know what? Here's my advice to AtGames. AtGames needs to do two things. Number one, they need to clarify for their fans if it's $100 each for external applications in OTG, or if it's $100 and you get the whole shebang. And on top of that, AtGames needs to also put out some kind of an announcement to people that, hey, in the event that, something bad happens, not saying it would, but let's just say we're going out of business, servers shut down, blah, 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 that they will also, Mike, this is serious shit. This isn't a joke.
But it's also the same as the guys saying Arcade1Up is also going out of business. It's a possibility they could go out of business in the future in 10 years, but there's no immediate concern or something.
Right, Mike. There's no immediate concern, but they also need to let people know. Here's what happened. Do you remember when iArcade went out of business? iArcade told people that, hey, if we go out of business, we're going to send the updates to the machines, the APIs, that say that your games are unlocked for life. You'll never have an issue. You'll always be able to play your games, even though we're no longer here and your machine can no longer ping and call the servers to make sure you have access to play these games. We found out that was false. Now, AtGames needs to do the same thing. They need to come out and tell people hey, now that they've added this, because what happens, Mike, is that firmware update they gave us, it added that API call home. So your machine needs to be online for OTG to work.
I don't like that either. That bothers
your machine. You need to have internet access for your machine to work. So if your machine is in a basement with shitty internet, shitty Wi-Fi, good luck getting OTG working. Before you could just flip the button to OTG mode, blah blah blah. Because Mike, they put this on everybody's machines, even the existing owners, instead of just putting it on the new owners. They push this out for everybody.
It's okay, a tool. If they want to agree with them, they can be wrong too. That's
so
fine.
What I'd like is I'd like two statements from AtGames. I'd like them to clarify this $100 each thing, because the slide says $100 each, and there's two applications involved.
Yes.
And number two, I want them to say that in the event that God forbid 5 years from now we have to shut down, we'll push out one last firmware update that removes this lock.
They can't do that
because otherwise, go ahead.
Let me explain it. So, anyways, going back to the $100 and $149, if you look at the price and you do basic math, it's exactly that amount taken off from the $14.99. That's why it's there. It is $100 for all advanced features, and like Bill said, it's going to be Bill saying there's going to be a advanced features fact coming out soon, which hopefully clarifies this confusion, because
They had a fact here that
there's
has
another
26
fact going out. There's another fact going out.
Okay, let me tell you something. If you come up with a program for your customers, and you have a frequently go to the fact. Scroll down to the quick. Aren't there like 26 facts?
There is. I went through them all in my video.
And now you need to release another fact? Do you know how bad that program is? anytime
you know how many pessimistic, negative people are out there being like tearing it apart.
When companies release something, guys, think about it. For the most part, when companies release something, they'll have an FAQ, frequently asked questions, because they try to avoid their customer service teams getting bombarded. You might see like 5 FAQs, 26, and now they need to do another one.
Yeah. So anyways, going back to it, the reason that it's $150 off is these two here. I don't know where the games come into it. The advanced features thing, unfortunately, that's a retailer requested thing. And there's a bunch of stuff behind it with machines coming back to the retailers with people saying the advanced features don't work. All this crazy, stupid stuff. I don't really understand it. I don't like this one. But here's the thing. No one has to buy this. You only buy it if you think there's a value to it. The premium standard and the other one are still better deals.
Right.
All this is an option. I'm not saying it's a good option, just an option.
It's a good thing that what they've done is they've said, hey, buy everything, or if you want to save a few $100, get this other lesser option that could potentially cost you more money in the long run if you wanted to add every feature that you're missing.
That's a pretty standard practice. I mean, if you buy,
it's fine.
If you buy the what is it, the Microsoft Elite controller Carl has, which is the standard one, it doesn't come with all the extra features that the Black Elite controller comes with. And to buy them all, it's going to be more expensive to get those features after the fact.
Right. And I can get the carrying case if I want it, and the charger base.
And that's fine. But the AtGames servers have not been stable lately. Mike, now that the OTG requires an internet connection to
that's
ping
concerning.
Home,
yeah.
Okay. So what if, again, on a frickin' Thursday or Friday, their servers go down and everyone who wants to play virtual pinball on the weekends when they're off work, they can't their machine, all of us, because they push this firmware update out to everyone. Now we're not going to be able to play OTG.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that for sure.
Because we don't have an internet connection to a stable server.
Yeah.
So
turn off your internet. I'll turn off my internet and connect my PC to it after this, because I've done the update, and I'll see if that's true. Because has anybody proven it to be true? Has anybody done the update, turned off their internet and tried? Or is this just speculation?
Well, we will have to 100% make certain.
Yeah, 100%.
And don't that apply now? Because if you can't log in, you can't use it? Is that the case or no? If you can't play the AtGames login game.
The login game.
I know. Where is Nostalgia? So anyways, again, this is just an option. The stuff with the features I don't like, but it's just an option. No one has to buy this. This is not anybody that's buying the standard edition isn't going to have to pay for these. Like, this is just
it lowers the cost
just for the premium starter. And like, there's people out there. Corner Cade was like, I'm never going to hook a PC or anything up to mine. I love this deal. There's people out there that want it. Would I buy it? No, I'm going to get the full one.
All right. So Wagner, who, we have to be transparent, John. It's not a shot at you, but Wagner's officially an employee of AtGames now. So we have an official AtGames employee statement. Advanced features does not need to phone home once licensed. So
it's a one-time thing. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. I'll trust you. iArcade told me the same thing when they shut down.
I'm thinking about selling a few of my cabinets and getting the starter version and just putting the PC in it all together.
No, I wouldn't do that, Carl. I'd buy the full one, especially if you're going to get, honestly, it is a better value to get the full price one. The premium,
in my opinion,
not for everybody.
Okay, in my opinion,
if I'm going to put a PC in it and don't care about all the other stuff.
Well, the PC you can't put into it because that's in the advanced.
It's going to gut it out. It's going to gut it out.
If you're going to gut it out, then you can do that. Yeah.
I just want the cabinet.
Is the savings really that significant for you to take that option, though? I mean, think about it. If you're a person who has $1,300 to spend plus shipping, why not spend the extra $200 and just get the machine that has everything included? That way you never have to worry about anything again. It's not like the savings is significant enough to say, you know what? It's worth getting this option. I'm saving $400, $500, $600. I mean, Mike, go back up to the pricing. The difference in price is what, $200?
$150.
Yeah, so
$250. Sorry,
$250. Like, if you're the kind of person that has $1,300 in your pocket to spend, just spend the extra $200. It's not like this
100%.
is. It's not like, you know what we called, and it's kind of a mean term. They called it the peasant Arcade1Up cab. You guys remember that? Peasant cabs, $2.99 at Walmart. It's not like this is a peasant version of the 4KP that's like $700.
Well, you didn't really save that much with the peasant version either, to be honest.
But still, it's, if you're gonna spend $1,300, guys, I would highly recommend anyone who buys it just spend $200 more. Just get the normal thing.
I agree as well. I think that is the best bet. But
Even
if you're
you
somebody
don't
like
think you're gonna
Cornercade
use
that
it.
wants to save $250, save
It's not-
$250. I
It's
don't know.
not that big of a savings versus.
Yeah,
what
I
you're
had a
getting.
lot of people mention that on my video. They were
Oh.
like, "Oh man, I expected
And
this
the-
to
and
be
then-
like $700-800 off," and I'm like, "They just took away the topper." Like,
And then the other concern I had too was, okay, now they're going to do this factory direct shipping from China, where now if you place an order directly through there, they'll send you your machine in 30 to 45 days. But nowhere in their FAQs or in this
$100.
presentation,
Shipping doesn't change. Found out afterwards.
you found out
$100.
afterwards. Okay,
Yeah.
so the shipping price will be the same at 100.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Whereas if you just wait for AtGames to have it in stock, you'll get it shipped out within 1 to 5 days of placing your order.
That's
if
right,
you're
yeah.
ordering directly from AtGames. Well, I'm glad that they confirmed the shipping. But this is why they need to do FAQ number 2, and I'm looking forward to questions 27 through 89.
I mentioned it. I
on their
mentioned it in my
program.
video. I did too. I was like, there is no
Yeah.
word on what shipping
Yeah.
from China is going to cost. So I was like, it could be more. I don't know if this is
And
good value.
And that's the other thing too. Like, these machines don't come with that many games to begin with. And now it's down to 1 game per machine with this option, like out of the box. You know what I mean? Like 15 games come included. Now you're down to 1 game.
Yep.
Just like, Danny, I don't know if you're still watching Corner Kate. Just spend the 200 more bucks and just grab the normal version of this. Don't grab the starter version. It's just crazy. It's crazy. I mean, this impacts new customers. The only thing I worry about is the firmware updates they put in. How is that going to impact existing customers? Because we all got the same update.
Well,
And
and I think we had
and-
to. It was all on the same software, right?
And
it's
long term, I'm hoping we don't see false promises like we saw from iArcade. Does that make sense?
yes, I agree that the iArcade needed to shut down. I'm glad we did these videos that shut it down, and all those people cried.
No, Mike, I'm talking about iArcade said that people wouldn't have any problems once their servers were down, and sure enough, there's many
Oh
customers
my god, so
out
many
there
problems. Yeah.
that lost their games because their machine couldn't call home anymore.
Well, it's not like Michael Zrebeck is working for AtGames. It's not like he can make the same mistake twice.
Do you think this was his idea? That's it. We're blaming Michael Zverebeck.
No, I don't know. I mean, I don't see AtGames going anywhere for a long time. So I don't really think
They
that'll be a
do
problem.
seem to be. You know how they always say, in a
cockroaches,
nuclear
man.
the
They're going to be
like,
there. Cockroaches.
the cockroach that survives the nuclear
Yeah.
fire. It's going to be AtGames.
Well,
I think-
sometimes you can still have good intentions and still be bad. Like I have these lights I bought for my e-bike.
Yeah.
They say they're going to last a lifetime, and they have. But they had these proprietary batteries and they went out of business. Now I have these lights that last forever, but I don't have any batteries to put in.
So I will say I don't really understand the vitriol like this thing got, and I think AtGames a lot of times when something comes out, people are almost looking to take it the worst way. Do you remember when they did that optional update to remove coin ops? And everybody was like, coin ops is gone. Coin ops is gone off the machine. Nobody update. They're taking coin ops away.
Yeah.
I have done every single update with my AtGames Legends Ultimate. My coin ops works fine. It's not like that.
Mike, the issue is whenever AtGames wants to do something, even if they have good intentions with what they want to do, the problem is whatever they want to do, I don't care about that. Whatever they want to do, they make it so overtly complex. And it's like they're literally in a restaurant having dinner and they come up with these ideas and they scribble them on a napkin and then they just push them out to the public before they kind of fine tune and make it make more sense. Like, make it simple, make it easy. You know what I mean? every like the LPO program, I couldn't even explain it to you. And that has turned
I didn't
into
understand that one either. Yeah.
that thing has turned into a hot mess of shit. LPO owners are pissed off right now. You know, they were promised a free pinball pack for buying a 4K pinball machine, and they got a free pinball pack that they can only use on a high definition product, and they don't even own one. Like the LPO program is a hot mess right now.
Yeah, I don't really pay much attention to the LPO program. That doesn't interest me.
Yeah.
Like, but for this, like, I mean,
Make it simple.
AtGames themselves, yeah, they do overcomplicate things. Like, I mean, this is the company that puts out spreadsheets and PowerPoint presentations to advertise a product when it could be a one pager, something super simple, right? Maybe that's what they need to get better at, and they need to make sure. But then everything tears everything apart because of, like, you know, the advanced features is $100. It's not $100 for each advanced feature, but it gets confusing because of the way it's printed, and then it requires facts. Here's the thing. AtGames themselves are saying here, premium standard's still the better deal. We're removing the advanced features and the topper for people that probably wouldn't be interested in those anyways, and they can save $250.
Well,
this is just an option. They're still saying the premium standard is still better. Yeah,
and the built-in games are going away.
Exactly.
You only get one game per machine. You're either going to get Addams Family or Attack from Mars, and then you got to start buying pinball packs.
Well, they're assuming that people are probably, you know, going to want to put their own libraries there, that they don't want to throw those games on there. But I don't know. Like, to me, this is just an option. What does it matter? If you're not interested, don't buy it. But people were there like, oh, they're trying to put this behind a paywall and they're trying to screw over the community. And I was like, what are you talking about? It's just an option.
In my opinion, what they're taking away and the savings you get for it is not enough. And I'm just speaking my opinion. Is not enough for me to want to say, if I was a brand new customer, that starter's the one I should get. I highly recommend anyone out there, if you haven't bought a 4K yet and you want to buy a 4K, just get the normal version. Don't start messing around with this stuff. It's not worth $250 and the stress of dealing with AtGames after the fact. Also, Mike, my issue too isn't the fact that they're doing this. It's the fact that it's so complex and confusing. It's like every other program that they come out with. Make it stupid, simple, fun. That's all it needs to be, and your customers will be happy. Like Mike said, we should have a one-pager about this, and we have a full slideshow presentation with 26 FAQs. You're telling me you're not overwhelming your customers with this? And my biggest concern, and the only thing that I'm really worried about, is the fact of what they put into that firmware update that we all just got on last week. You know what I mean? What happens? And I'm not saying it's going to happen today. I'm not saying it's going to happen 2 years from now. Hell, it could be 10 years from now. But what happens when your AtGames pinball machine can no longer phone home?
Now, see, this is a good question. If I sell it, does buyers still need to buy the advanced features, or can you transfer that to the machine?
Well, if what Wagner said is true, that it's a one-time license that they're going to tie to the UUID number of the machine.
Okay. Yeah.
Logically, that means if you sell the machine, the next buyer can still use OTG. If it's a permanently unlocked.
And Wagner has stated this as well. For the people saying that this is coming out recently or something like this, apparently this advanced features pullback is something that's been in place for about 2 years now. Wagner indicated that it was already in place before he started working for AtGames. So this is something they've been working on for a while.
I'm not blaming Wagner. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying you're not blaming Wagner, but there was people indicating the reason this went into place is because they were trying to put the work of the community, like Nick's, what he's doing with the soft mod right now, or whatever you call it, putting the games on the machine.
You're talking about
they were trying to monetize that.
VPX standalone? Well, here's another thing, too. They announced external applications. They announced the fact that the general loader is now available for the public. And everyone has access to it. But when it comes to developers, they haven't released any kind of developer kit, instructions, anything to anybody. All they've done is say, hey, go watch this video on John Wagner's website.
Well, have the developers reached out to AtGames and tried to work with them?
Well, that's the thing. Developers probably don't even know about it. So when it comes to like developers who are like, hey, let's just say, for instance, the guys who designed the virtual game of ice cold tapper, or what is it?
Ice cold beer.
Ice cold beer. There's a vertical version that we've seen. Wagner leaked it, that runs on a vertical screen. If those guys said, "Hey, you know what? I wanna get my game on this platform," they probably don't even know about it, and there's no SDK, there's no developer kit for that developer to start working on it.
So,
Like,
I would imagine that's a bit of a gray area, though, because AtGames wants to open it up so people can do it, but they can't go out and find these people and support them to make, like, products to go on their stuff, especially stuff that probably should be licensed. And I mean, it's like when CoinOps broke that time when they did the update, and everybody was like, AtGames should be working on CoinOps to make sure it works. And AtGames is like, that's a third-party application that has nothing to do with us. We can't control if that breaks CoinOps. I mean,
well, this is good to hear. Again, this is why we bring this up, because we care about our viewers who own these products. Looks like Bill has gotten official response from PK, CEO of AtGames, saying once enabled, the keys on the machine stay enabled online or offline and perpetually. Now, keep in mind, again, we've been burned in the past with iArcade telling us the same thing. But provided this is true, then I don't have any issue with this. Go ahead.
I reached out to them. James Hates Everything says, I reached out to them. They told me the SDK was 100. What is SDK?
It's a developer kit, so someone can start working and developing something that'll work on their software, is basically it. To make it layman's terms. Yep, APIs will be $100 each. Crazy. All right, so that's, my advice to AtGames is do fun programs. Do fun pinball tournaments, but also make it stupid, simple fun. This overly complicated mess, it just...
Well, I mean, all they were trying to do was put an option out there for people to save a couple $100, and it turned into something it shouldn't have been.
Right. So why not just put the machine on sale for a couple $100 off? Why do this?
Why would they put the machine on sale for a couple $100 and lose money? They're trying to provide a lower cost option for people to get in on it. But
lower cost of entry.
Lower cost of entry.
They're going to make more of their money on their software than they will on the hardware.
But here's the question. If they drop the price now, what does that do to original owners? Don't you think that would piss them off?
No, Mike, I'm not saying lower the price permanently. I'm saying just, do a sale. Like, hey, for this month, we're going to drop the price $250. And they'll probably sell more units that way than if they did, hey, we're going to have this thing live for the next month. Let's test that theory.
I don't think this is so much about moving units as a bunch of people in the community said the price is a little bit too high. So they were trying to provide an option for a lower priced entry point in.
Let's ask the live chat. Guys, pretend you don't own a Legends Pinball 4K. If a Legends Pinball 4K went up and they said for the next 30 days, it's on sale, it's $250 off. Press 1 if you're going to buy that. If side by side they had this starter program with all these stipulations attached, and it's the same price, press 2 if you're going to buy that starter machine. I think if they just put the machine on sale, I think a lot of people will buy it. I think more people will buy it when it's on sale than people that are going to participate in the starter program. Maybe that's just me. I'm no economics expert, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, again, just an option. It's not really about moving machines. It's just an option to try to interest people that maybe would be, because there's people out there saying $1,500. I wouldn't pay that. I don't even want a topper. I'm never going to hook up my PC. So there's people out there that'll be like, yes.
Yeah. Like, look, when I see a product and I look at a product and it says it's on sale, $250 off. And then I look at the exact same product that says less features, don't have this, don't have this, don't have this, don't have this. You could add all this stuff, buy back later, add this, add this, add this. For some reason, I'm thinking the general consumer is going to look at this and just make the purchase. Make your life stupid, simple, fun. I bet they sell more machines if they put them on sale than they... Mike, what the point I'm trying to make is,
yes,
if they just did a sale, I think they would sell more machines than this whole starter program as long as it goes.
I don't think the idea of the
That's
starter
just my
program
opinion.
is to actually sell machines. I don't really think they give a shit about how many machines they sell. They're trying to appease the
Okay.
people that said, I want to save a couple bucks. They're saying, can we come up with a cheaper option? That's what this is. It's not like them being like, man, we got to get more of these 4KPs out the door.
Yeah.
They're already
Well,
selling the 4KPs at a loss. They're going to make their money on,
software.
Software, exactly.
Yeah.
So you're right in that sense. Like if they want to get
Yeah.
more people buying the software, maybe take a further loss and do a sale. But
Yeah.
I think they're just trying to find a fair option that people can buy
I
this
guess.
cheaper. And if there's some of the stuff not in there and it sucks and you think it's not a good value, don't buy that one. Buy the more expensive one.
Have you guys ever heard that term, beating a dead horse?
I love
know,
you, Carl,
I know.
so much. Yes. So yeah, we've gone over this enough, and we'll probably never talk about this again because it's AtGames. What can you say? But all in all, good thoughts, good debate, Mike. I appreciate the debate. I'm not mad at Mike. I love Mike.
I'm mad at Mike because we're over 2 hours now. So
yeah.
I kept Carl up too late. I alienated a couple of viewers. Shreddy B will never come back and is looking for me in a parking lot currently.
Can you stop sharing your screen so that'll go away? All in all, good debate, good thoughts. Happy to hear that PK must have been watching our show and heard our feedback directly and decided to respond. Happy to hear about the phone home issue.
Yeah, that one might be. I didn't know about that one, but the price one, what was on the shipping, that was something that was out yesterday.
Yeah. It's nice that they confirmed that as well. So, all in all, just in my opinion, just pay full price. Just get the pinball machine.
That's mine too. I still think the full price is better, and AtGames explained that in their presentation. It's still a better value to buy the full price one.
Absolutely.
I would love to have that attack from Mars. I can tell you that.
Oh, it's so cool looking, right?
No.
The other thing about the Factory Direct program, that's only available in the US, so we can't avail of it in Canada or anywhere else. That's another thing that kind of sucks.
That's because you guys have that duty and all that other stuff. That just wrecks
Load of
everything.
Load of hoops. Yeah.
Bo Knows Tecmo ending the show with a great joke. Let's just start over. Let's go through the 40-pager presentation one more time. So there you go.
You have GST on the island as well?
Right.
What? Yeah, we our sales tax is 15%. Harmonized sales tax, GST and PST. Yeah. So everything sucks. Even when I buy from the States, I still get to pay the GST or the HST, harmonized sales tax of 15%.
Yeah. So again, yep. We're just here to play video games, have fun, buy video games. The only advice, my opinion, to give companies is make it stupid, simple, fun. That's it.
Do fun things. Yes.
And make them stupid, simple. If you have to create a 25-page presentation for something that you probably mean well from your heart, you probably mean like we're trying to do something for people, but it takes you a 25-page presentation to get there, you might want to rethink it. You might want to rethink it.
But you've done a bunch of stuff with AtGames. They're always like this. Everything is like, everything is so business centered. Even when it comes out to the community, sometimes they need to figure out a way to better communicate with the community and in a more, I don't know what the right term is, a more, freewheeling way.
Yeah. All right. Carl, whenever you're ready, send these folks on your way. Thanks so much for tuning into this long episode of Super Game Room Dudes.
Guys, most importantly, let's all work on getting Carl to 6,000 subscribers. He's got an extra Zoltar that he wants to give away to people. It could be in your home. You'll love it. Zoltar is awesome. Yep. Get Carl to 6,000 subscribers.
I unsubbed and resubbed 32 times, and it never helped his score. Guys, I need your help. Carl, whenever you're ready, buddy.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Friday Night Live with the Super Game Room Dudes. We appreciate you. We love you. And until next time, we'll see you on the web.